Welcome back to Global Scene Amsterdam. In the previous episode, we spoke about the various organizations that support the Dutch music scene and how the current economic climate is bringing new challenges that are changing the industry and the role of musicians within it. In this episode, we will be discussing Dutch musicians who have had international success and, if possible, trying to pinpoint the reasons for their success. We'll also take a look at what new bands can learn from seasoned artists with an international following.
If you take one step back, and you consider musical successes of Dutch acts, it's even kind of amazing. Not only the Vogeltjesdans of the tracks from Pierre Cardner were really successful abroad, but also like the Earring, Shocking Blue, Poing, the whole acid movement.
What about gabber? Gabber. That is like huge, and it hasn't been as big as it used to be in the 90s. But this is also, the word gabber is a Dutch word, or actually it's a hybrid word, Jewish word saying "you're my mate," which these blokes would tell each other. So this is where the name gabber came from, and that has also got worldwide recognition.
And you see that in dance music, for instance, I think it's working out great. I think in the top 10 of most popular DJs, there are 3 or 4 guys from the Netherlands right now.
I think we are making progress in going outside, in touring, because the music has become more original, maybe, from my point of view, it's my personal view. So it makes it more attractive for festivals to book. And I think we are only in a very early stage in this process.
Hoe gaat het daar achterin? Achterin alles oké? Cool!
For instance, this band is called The Staat. They played at Glastonbury and they played at the South by Southwest, and they're playing the Iceland Airways Festival this year. They have this Amsterdam band called Go Back to the Zoo. They played The Great Escape, they played South by Southwest, and I think 5 years ago you didn't think of that because their Dutch band really just stayed in the Netherlands.
And I don't think it's because the quality is low. If one thing I've noticed is the quality here is very high, or the kind of mean quality. I think it's just because each country has its own bands, and you have to be really special to be able to push into that.
Well, I think the Dutch music that makes most chance abroad is music that is peculiar, that's really Dutch. Music that distinguishes itself from other musics, other bands.
I think there's also always some problem in the Netherlands that the DJs, they don't have to sing and they don't have to write in English, and that helps them a lot, I guess. And when they write or sing, it's like the Bang Up Boys, boom boom boom, I want you in my room. Everybody can understand, but the more serious Dutch bands and stars, when they try abroad, I think there's always a language barrier. And when you see the acts that are actually successful, like the best example is Golden Earring, but you also have Betty Serveert and a lot of them. Then you see that the singer of the band wasn't born in Holland, but Carol van Dijk from Betty Serveert, she's from Canada. Barry Hay from Golden Earring, he grew up speaking English in probably Indonesia. So you see that they are native English speakers. And then there's much more chance of international success. That's a problem.
Opportunities for Dutch bands abroad, I think it kind of depends on how much time and effort you want to put in as a band. And it's the same if you're from England or if you're from France or if you're from Germany. If you want to make it abroad, you have to spend time there. I don't think it really differs that much from country to country, because now you can see acts like For instance, Caro Emerald, who's huge in Holland, who's also making it abroad. She's got hits in France and Austria and in Italy.
You see bands like the Black Atlantic, they're touring from Finland to Russia to Estonia to Germany, Spain. It's not only the UK or the United States where you can perform, but you can perform also in Spain or in Italy.
It's really easy to just pick the Dutch map and say I want to play here, here, here and here. And it's kind of hard to look over the borders because maybe it's just a couple of miles further, but it looks big, and if you just try and do your best, the borders aren't that important anymore.
I think it's more like personal ambitions and choices in your life, like how much are you willing to sacrifice and how much do you believe in that? Like I would be willing to sacrifice a lot, but I just don't believe in it. That there are not team fights in America. Like, yeah, maybe that sounds very negative about myself, but I feel good about my music, don't get me wrong, but like I think that's just a little bit too far off.
We started playing in Holland, we started playing shows, and then we got picked up by Excels, by Ferry Rosenboom. We first went to Manchester, that was our first abroad trip, and then we went to New York, we went to Austin, Texas to all these showcase things. It came quite easy, and then we got an international booker, so we started playing the US quite a bit, and then we went with Fatboy Slim to Japan, so our first goal was reached.
One of the main hurdles you gotta take when it comes to selling your music abroad is finding the right partners. We got really good distributors in various territories. We got someone solely working on our international escapades.
And when you have a good booker who can put you at the good shows, at the good venues, at the good festivals, that makes it a lot easier.
So, a good international booker, originality in the music, and a lot of hard work seems to be the formula for new bands who want to make it abroad. It definitely seems that there are some emerging talents coming out of the Netherlands. So keep your ears and eyes open for the next Dutch phenomenon coming your way. In the next episode we will delve into the vibrant Dutch festival scene. Check it out at BAMM.TV.